Can you tell about some particular discrimination that you encountered?
Well, going down the line, we've always met with some kind of discrimination, hearing words like dirty Mexican or lazy Mexican, or being thought less of because we were Hispanic. We weren't as prolific as we are now. Anyway, and hearing the stories that my grandparents had told, one of which was, and unfortunately, because I have German blood within me as well as Hispanic, in the community that Albert Reyes had bought the property where Croswell, the church on Croswell Street that my grandfather built, which was the first Hispanic Protestant church in Lenawee County. He experienced racism, and there was a petition drawn up against him, which are in the courts and can be verified. There were telegram articles regarding it. The neighbors around that area who were German and very Catholic, and it was unusual for Hispanics to be Christian, Protestant, not Catholic. And so not only did they not want Hispanics in their community, they did not want a Christian church in their community. So they drew up a petition against my grandfather and took it around the neighborhood and took him to court to try to stop them from building the church and from even having that property there. Judge Kirby was the presiding judge at that time, is what my mother told me, and he ruled in favor. He said, "This is the land that is based on freedom of religion, and they have a right to be here just as much as anyone else." And I say to Judge Kirby, hoorah, you rock. I love that in this country we do have that ability to see justice. And they prevailed. They continued to build the church with much opposition, of course. And they even had to go to federal court. I don't know the whole entire story about that. But in spite of it all, they built the church and dedicated it in, I believe it was 1946. It took them a year to go through all of that and to build, but Albert Reyes was the one that donated the property, and as a result, there are many, many hundreds and thousands of people, Hispanic people that have gone through that church, because they also had churches that then were popping up in other places. They had an association with churches in Detroit and met together with them. I remember growing up and having their association meetings, and it was cool to meet other Hispanic kids that were from other areas that were different. And of course, we grew up in the 60s, where some of those kids that we met, I remember a girl named Ruthie that had gone to a Beatles concert. That was so cool. But we all had our moments of airing and coming back and finding out that it wasn't just about religion, it wasn't just about church, but it was a relationship with the living God and with His Son, who died for us and caused us to have new life. And we pass that on today. So that church, in spite of the struggles, still stands today. And my cousin, Ralph Vallejo, is now a pastor.